Hello everybody, in this video I'll be going through the ways I speedrun the daily ops. These are two maps that people say they get lost in very often, which is the Burrows and the Burning Mine. The Burrows I believe is first up, and then I'll do the Burning Mine second. I'll be going through how I run through it all, the path that I take, and what I use in terms of gear and stuff like that. Weaponry, it depends on the map. Some weaponry is better for short term, while other ones are better for longer engagements. It depends on what weapon you prefer using. So as you can see here, I've loaded into the Burrows. I will be doing Vault 94, but that'll be a third one as well, hence why the video is quite lengthy. Okay, so once you exit through the main door, that's to start it. Turn first left here, down the steps, ignore all enemies. This is a speed run. You want the best timing, so you want to run. Now freezing enemies are probably the worst ones, more than resilient I would say. So once you've repaired the signal repeater, hopefully you don't get hit, you run to the left, through that door, where that iBot's going now, run past it. Just keep going on the little path and you're at the first one. So then you obviously would wait and protect it. Now the door to my character's left, I'll be looking through it in just a second at some point. That's the way you want to go for up the stairs. I went that path for those who don't have marsupial or a jetpack yet. Marsupial is highly recommended, I would say, in terms of getting to different areas quicker, in terms of, well, jumping up to areas, as well as bird bones and speed demon. Those two do have their negatives, but using class vehicle reduce their negative debuffs essentially, so that's what I'd recommend doing. If you're a lower level, I can easily get somebody to make it for you for PlayStation 4 if you need to. But those are the mutations that I recommend. If you're building a character without mutations, then the jetpack is a Secret Service thing. If you don't have either of them, don't worry, you can still speedrun it, it'll just be a little bit longer. So if you keep an eye on the top right there, it's pretty much done. So I'll go through the door that was on my left, up the stairs, and as you can see that's on the bridge, down there is where the town. Right, so you just keep running that way, jump over there if you can, jetpack always helps, speed demon, marsupial, whichever. Keep running through that door there, under that pipe, and just keep running straight. That's all you need to do. Just make sure to keep an eye on your action points as well. And there you are at the second transmitter. Uplink boost it. Wait for that, and as you can see, if you see that door to the left there in front of the screen, that's the next place you want to go once this uplink is done, not that one. Ignore that door, ignore the one behind you and all that. I'll show you in the video just now. Alright, so that's the second transmit done. You can see I'm waiting to go through. Freezing is not helpful. You go through that door there, through the back of here. This is kind of straight in a way, so you don't need to worry about getting lost. Make sure you look for that, go through there. Like I said, it's quite simple, just follow the path that I take and it should be alright. Now this one I get lost in quite a few times. So if you just follow this path here, through that, a little bit to the right, straight down, straight past that one, to the left, and you're at the last area. Like I said, you can go back in the video to memorize the path, memorize the way I do it, and it should be nice and easy. Now for the rest of this, all you gotta do is just kill the enemies. I do not like freezing tuts, because after so long you're unable to shoot and it's very annoying. Despite the fact that I'm literally burning them with green flame. Now I'd recommend either having a weapon that can melt them or something, because even with Secret Service armor, the gutsies still do a lot of damage to me. So if I just skip to the ending here. Well, the rest of my team eventually joined. They're all part of the same people. You can 2-man it and still get a decent time. As you can see, we've got 7 minutes and 7 seconds. If I can just stop looting and actually go to the end. It's a simple thing. After a couple of tries, you'll get used to the way the ops work. You'll get used to where to go, the path you need to take. I always take the same path. I will literally speed run it. As soon as everybody's ready, I will do the thumbs up. If everybody else does the thumbs up, I will run. I will start sprinting straight towards the signal repeater and then go along my path. But that's all you need to know really for the burrows. And the next one, as you can see, 7 minutes 7 seconds. It says previously earned, but I still got something out of it. Wasn't anything useful though. So moving on to the next one, which is the burrows mine. Seems to have got burrows and burrows mine. I completely forgot there were two separate things. Well, as you can see, activate all of my buffs to increase my intelligence. I want to get to level 300. Well, at least quicker. As soon as I did that, them two did the same thing. It was quite funny timing, to be honest. But yeah, you can 2-man it, you can 3-man it, and you can still get a decent time, providing you A, ignore all the enemies, and B, sprint. Speed Demon Marsupial will be your lifesaver, as well as Bird Bones, as that makes you lighter. I'm telling him to wait, so he doesn't activate the timer. As soon as I open the door, sprint. To your left, turn on your pit boy light, it'll be a little bit easier to see. Now the first one on the right is what you're going to enter through. Just enter through this little building, jump down to this little corner to get to the signal repeater. So once you repair the signal repeater, go to the door to your left, ignore that door, jump over this if you have marsupial, and then make sure you go right round it so you don't get caught. Be careful of little flames, they will hurt you. You want to keep running straight until you come to this big open area, and then literally directly to your right is where the first transmitter will be. I mean, the game tells you where it is, but this path is the way to do it. So once you get the first uplink, you wait for it, let it fill up. And if your team's quick enough, you can also get there, which would save time. This is probably one of my fastest runs of the burrows mine. But this was the day after, so hopefully today will be Vault 94 and I can get that part of the video done. So if I just skip ahead to the end of this. Now this part is mainly for those jetpack, bird bones, marsupial. The reason being, once you've done it, sprint off behind you. A little open gap, or you just drop all the way down, use the jetpack. If you don't have it, go down a normal way, like steadily, not rushing it like I do. The problem is action points. You keep going up the little mountain and you're at the second one. I went the wrong way the first time I did it, and I went the long route rather than the shortcut. I didn't realise it until much later. And that's really it for this one. Do you just wait for it to run out, kill the enemies? Preferably a long range weapon, like I'm using my 50 cal here. There's 250 bullets and I could just fire whenever. As you can see here, I'm getting ready to run off. Waiting for the little bar to come up. As soon as it's nearly full, I'll jump off. Jetpack me over to here, which will activate the next objective before Daughter's even finished speaking. And then the enemies will be kind of spread out, which is not too bad. Once you kill the enemies, the boss will spawn. Now the boss seems to spawn at different areas sometimes, which is a little bit annoying, I would say. But it is what it is. So once you've killed them all, you wait for the boss and you go from there. Now I was waiting for my friend to kill this guy, but he didn't, and I was more concerned about timing at the minute. There we go. So he seems to spawn in this cave, but he has spawned in other areas sometimes. Always good to take a bit of damage, use the stim pack, because then you can basically tank most of the damage. You just run up to him and you just literally shoot the fuck out of him. Melt him. Simple as that. As you can see, I've got a 5 minutes and 39 seconds. I wanted him to move out of the way, but for some reason he wouldn't. Sitting on the body. But it's as simple as that really for the burrows mine. Now once I get rid of these enemies, I'll be able to show you the time and the 2 rare rewards that I got. I can't remember how long this takes, but basically it's just that simple. Well, I say it's simple because I've done it quite often, but it's 5 minutes and 39 seconds, possibly one of the best timers I've gotten in this type of daily op. Once you get used to the pathing, it becomes second nature. What I've done is essentially the path that I've taken. As you see, I've got a super reactor which I've already gotten, and something new. Still waiting for the Crusader pistol. Come on, Bethesda. I already pointed to Todd Howard enough as it is. But now I'll move on to Vault 94 and the path that I take for that one, and that'll be it for the video. Right, so as soon as I start, everybody's ready, I start sprinting down to here. This is what you want to do. Sprint straight to this, repair it. This is a 2-man thing, so the timing I did for this was pretty impressive. Once you do that, you're going to turn left here, avoid all the enemies. Turn right down here, find the agriculture thing, that's what you want to find, and then turn left from there, turn right, and do right at that thing. Okay, so that'll be too quickly for my character's moving. Speed Demon is useful, as you can skip right across there. Now the important thing to remember is you want to go through the same door, go back out. I'll show you, just by skipping ahead a little bit. And now the first one is done. I will go back to the atrium, turn left, turn right. Keep heading straight, jump down. That little gap there, the little door there, you want to go through there. And it's literally just straight there. And that's how you get to the second one. Vault 94 is confusing for those who are doing it for the first time or are getting used to it. But this path was discovered after I did it about 2 or 3 times. It's quite easy to understand what path you have to take once you get used to it. Or once you know you do it. You have better paths, but those are one of the paths I tend to take, as it's nice and simple, couple of turns just straight ahead. Speed is the utmost key. So, now that the Alpha is secured, you want to head back to the atrium, avoid all the enemies, run straight directly to the centre, and turn it back around, and then once the mutants or whatever enemy it is, you walk right past, kill them, because they usually are marked. As you'll see, it'll come up in a second on the screen. Yeah, you can see on the radar that one over there is not marked. So getting rid of them saves you a bit of time, so you're not waiting for the markers, just kill anything that you can see. Some of the enemies are a little bit awkward at times, they tend to appear randomly. My teammate managed to get him though. Look at the time, this is only a 2-man, we're nearly done. No, we're nearly. I have potato rain for some reason though. Right, there's only a couple more enemies left. Decided to go that guy because he's getting in the way. I'll let him deal with that. I was going to wait for the big boss to come up. So now there's a few places the guy can spawn. You can spawn where he is now, but you can also spawn on the other side. Just above the little door that I was going as we go down to Alpha. He used to spawn on the opposite side sometimes. It's just the first time he has to spawn, so yeah, I don't know if it's actually changed any of that or not. I'll try to switch into a different gun. Try to fix it with I reload way too often, I've noticed. Every time I shoot, I reload. And that's it. That's all you need to know for Vault 94. So if you just replay this video in the background, or you then mute the audio and slow it down via the YouTube settings, you should be able to just figure it out as you do it a couple of times. Just take a few practice rounds, don't need to get elder. As you can see that, I've got a pretty decent time considering it was only a 2-man. But yeah, RNG wasn't with me today, I got no rare rewards. So, yeah. Thanks Bethesda. But I believe that's it. If you have enjoyed or found this useful, please subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you all in the next one.